Hello students. Welcome to today's class. Children, as you know that bridge courses has started. Okay children. In the bridge course I have discussed about the French Revolution. Okay children. In French Revolution some points we have highlighted. Okay children. Today it is your revision class on the French Revolution. Okay, so today I am going to highlight some points along with the introduction of the French Revolution. Okay, so here in the previous video we discussed along with the introduction and the reasons of the French Revolution. Well children, putting an end to the dictatorial rule of their kings and establishing a social political system based on equality and democracy was the main purpose of French Revolution. Okay, so here you can see that this French Revolution, it has given a tremendous affected the political revolts in various other nations of the world. Okay children, so along with this we also discussed the social reasons. So what were the social reasons which led for the French Revolution? Well children, when the terms come for the when the terms come for the social reasons, I have said that in the French society, inequality was each and everywhere. So, this was really very inhuman act. Okay, the pain of this inequality turned into a burning rage in the hearts of the citizens, which led to the French Revolution. So, children, here you can see that three classes emerged in the French society. The first one, that is the first class that consisted of the clergy. Okay, the second was that of aristocrats. Okay children, and the third consisted of the ordinary or lower citizens. So clergy means, before only I said you children, here clergy means the religious leaders, and children the second aristocrats means children here the rulers, okay, who having a power to rule the nation, and third it was a lower class, means ordinary people were there. So children, the first two classes enjoyed all facilities and were less in number, exempted from paying any taxes. Okay, they led a luxurious life children, but the situation of this lower people was really very bad. They were deprived from all these facilities. Okay, so who were there in this lower class? Well children, in the lower class, intellectuals were there, agriculturists were there, laborers and professionals were there in the lower class. Children, here their income was really very less, and they have to pay more taxes. Okay children, so the life of these lower class people was really very bad. Okay, so these people did not have any respect in the society, and along with this children here, they did not had any political rights and had to tolerate insults. Okay, so along with this children here, they did not have any kind of religious rights also, and these people were eagerly waiting. They were eagerly waiting for an opportunity to overthrow the old system. Okay, so this was all the social reasons. And when the terms come for the economic reasons, France was an agriculture dominated nation. So children, here more citizens in the France, they were engaged in the agricultural activities, agricultural practices. But children, here advanced technology was not in use. So due to this reason, production was lagging behind. Okay, so here you can see that the conditions of the farmers were really very bad children, and several famines has occurred, and there was no industrial development. Okay, so this was all the economic reasons. Then political reasons. So when the terms come for the political reasons, children, here France was ruled by the Bourbon dynasty. So the ruler from this dynasty, his name was Louis XVI. He became the king. Then he became the king, children, but he was really very inexperienced. He was really very inexperienced. And he did not show any interest in the routine administrative work, and he led a luxurious life, and he was always engaged in wasteful expenditure. Okay, so this was not tolerated by the common people. Okay, children, and along with this, children, this Louis XVI, he have a queen. Her name was Maria Antoinette, who belonged to Austria. She was a princess of Austria. So she too was also squandering money for her personal indulgence, personal uses. Okay, and she always engaged in celebrating the festivals. Okay, so this was the situation, children, and she did not have any concern for the problems of the French people. Isn't it true, children? So here, in such condition, French people did not like him. Okay, she was interfering in the administration of the nation. So she too was a foreigner. People hated her. The king could not have any control over her. Okay, so here you can see that eventually the situation went beyond control, and this led to revolution. Okay, children, along with this, I also discussed that influence of the French thinkers. When the terms come for the influence of the French thinkers, children, here famous philosophers and intellectuals like Montesquieu, Rousseau and Voltaire. So these many peoples encouraged the rebels by their revolutionary writings. So Montesquieu, in his book Spirit of Laws, he has written one book called as Spirit of Laws. He executed that the divine right of king and declared support for a constitutional government. He said that we don't want any monarchy rule, we want a constitutional government. Okay, so along with this, children, here Rousseau, in his social contract, he said that man is independent at birth but is found chained everywhere. Okay, so Voltaire, another political thinker, he said that his experience regarding the monotheism and blind beliefs. He also questioned the Roman Catholic Church, children. So these many political thinkers, they helped the revolutionaries to move in a good path. Okay, so next, children, here you can see that the concept. What is the concept of nationalism? Well, nationalism is a feeling of belonging and loyalty that causes people think of themselves as a nation. Nationalism is a feeling, love towards your motherland. Okay, so during 19th and 20th century, nationalism was a powerful force that could create one nation from many separate countries like Italy and Germany, break one nation up into many countries, Austria, Hungary and Turkey. Okay, so children, as you know that why the French Revolution has been taken place, because the European society, it has been divided into three parts. The first one, that is the upper class, second class and the lower class. In the upper class, the landed aristocracy were the dominant group. They had common interest and lifestyle, owned large country estates and town houses. Most of them spoke French language. Okay, so this was the situation of the upper class, and when the terms come for the lower class, majority of people were there. So majority of people were peasants, majority of people were farmers. Okay, so most were landless and worked as serfs. So more people, they were working as a serf. Serf means, children, here a person forced to live and work on land that belonged to land owner whom they had to obey. Okay, so next children, here you can see that French Revolution and the idea of the nation. So here you can see that children, French Revolution started in 1789. What type of conditions were there? Before only I have discussed you. France was a full-fledged territorial state in 1789 under rule of a monarch. So France was really very developed country under the rule of monarch in 1789. Then you can ask the question that ma'am, if the France is a developed country, means what problem was there? As you know that children, social problems were there, economic problems were there, okay, so political problems were also there. So some people were happy and some people were unhappy, which led for the revolution. Isn't it true, no children? Political and constitutional changes that came in wake of the French Revolution led to the transfer of sovereignty from monarchy to a body of French citizens. So many political reasons were there that you saw that various practices adopted to develop a sense of collective identity among people. So you practices also you saw that serfs were there, and the situation of the farmers, this was also really very bad. Isn't it true, no children? Then declaration of mission to liberate Europe from despotism. The one important thing was that too, we have to liberate the Europe from the despotism. Despotism means a person who have a unlimited power. So that is he is going to use in unfair and cruel thing. Okay. Then setting up a Jacobin Clubs by educated middle class and students of Europe. So French Revolution, it gave an idea for the establishment of Jacobin Clubs. Jacobin Club, it is a revolutionary political movement. So that was the most famous political club during the French Revolution. So why it has been established, children? So all citizens got the right to vote through this club. Declaration of France as a republic has been taken place, children. All properties of churches, the nobility, were taken by states and distributed amongst the farmer. Okay. It also powered revolution in all Europe. Okay, so as you know that children, it has given an idea for so many revolution. French Revolution, it was an example. Okay children, so we will move forward. So next, the idea of nationalism. So the idea of nationalism, here you can see that. So idea of la patria. La patria means the fatherland. Then les citoyens. Les citoyens means the citizens were highlighted. Adoption of new constitution with citizens enjoying equal rights. Adopted tricolor as new French flag replacing royal standards. New hymns were composed, oaths were taken, and martyrs remembered in the name of nation. Okay children, so along with this children, here uniform system of weights and measures were adopted. So uniform system means equal systems of weights and measures were adopted. Centralized administrative system was formulated. So here you can see that centralized means there will be a one government only. Okay children, this type of government was formulated. French became the national language and regional dialects were discouraged. Okay, so along with this children, here imaginary female allegories were used to show united nations such as Marinia and Germania. So these many terms came into existence through the idea of nationalism. Okay, so up to here I hope the concept is clear, and this revision class will be really very useful for you people children. So as you know that here the particular meaning of the nationalism was that the love towards your motherland, so which was really very necessary in the European society. So along with this we saw that here why the concept of nationalism has been taken place and the French Revolution has been taken place. So children, in the French Revolution we saw that. So what we saw that in the main reasons we saw that the society was divided into the classes. The upper class was really very happy and it was leading a luxurious life, but the lower class, here this was the suffered class, and children, the people were really very unhappy in this class. Then along with this we saw that French Revolution started in 1789 and there will be a abolishment of monarchy and there will be establishment of a constitutional government. Okay, then along with this we also discussed about the Jacobin Clubs. So Jacobin Clubs, this was a revolutionary political movement that was the most famous political club during the French Revolution. Okay, so why it has been established, children, here means all citizens got the right to vote and it declared France as a republic. All properties of churches, the nobility were taken by the states and distributed amongst the farmers. So these were the main aims of Jacobin Club. Okay children, so I hope up to here the concept is clear. If you have any doubts and queries, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching this video children. Take care of yourself.